Welcome to Shooting the Breeze. Craig, what episode number is it now?
This, ladies and germs, is episode number 7.
He's doing well. He's keeping up.
7.
He's keeping up.
I know where we're at. I don't make mistakes.
Well,
Clash of the Castles. I don't make mistakes and Clash of the Castles in the background. Let's just...
Spoiler alert, we've just recorded that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I'm Rob Campbell.
I am your person, Craig Challoner.
And I'm Daniel. Do you know what I'm doing here? Because seriously, I'm really considering what I'm doing here. Go on, Phil.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Not just about you, like, I think all of us. Oh, yeah.
What's
timer.
his life?
So
we need a timer.
What do we do on Shooting the Breeze? We talk for around 30 minutes plus sometimes. We start with 30 and we just see where we go. It depends on the mood and where we feel like it takes us. Also, Dancing in the Moonlight by, they were good. Yeah. That was good. Song of the week.
That was good. Song of the week.
Oh,
Let's do a song of the week.
Is there a song of the week?
Shall we do a song of the week?
Broken
Why
Dreams.
not? This program keeps evolving. We hope you enjoy it. 30 minutes starts now. Over to you, bastard.
Come, ladies and germs, to Shooting the Breeze. Right, motherfuckers. This week, I am going to start off by giving Daniel a little sit out for a bit because I want to start straight on football. So, Dan, you can sit back and fucking enjoy your penis because, let's face it, you couldn't give two fucks. And the reason I want to start...
Talk about Kabaddi and we'll have a conversation.
I will get there.
Oh.
I will get there. Kabaddi is now a thing. But until we get to there, I want to start with football. Let's do this quick because it's not good. So, since the last time we've spoke to you Germans out there, Chelsea lost 2-1 to Southampton. So that wasn't great. We beat West Ham 2-1. We may have had a goal. They may have had a goal disallowed due to some VAR incident, which people may not have agreed with, but trailing foot, sorry, it's still a foul. It's a thing. And then last night, we may have lost against Dynamo Zagreb. That was not good. That was not good football at all. And Ziyech, I hope a goat rapes you. That was appalling. Absolutely fucking appalling. And this morning, we get the news that Tuchel has been future endeavoured. That is not how I wanted today to start with Chelsea. Tuchel's amazing, but it is what it is, and we will continue on as it looks like Graham Potter may be strong favourite for us going forward.
Is that the referee that... Oh, I think it's Stuart Paul. Is that the referee that gave 2 red cards to the same player at the World Mark? I know football. I do a football.
Mike Riley, wasn't that? Maybe someone else.
Someone else, maybe.
No, I don't think it was Mike Riley. Now that I think about it, I think you're right. I think his name was Graham, though. Yeah, look, this is a really strange one and a very interesting one all at the same time. So Thomas Tuchel is trending sort of worldwide, as you would expect, with the big news that has happened today. I'm very, very confused that this is a bad start. Yes, it's a bad start as such, but I'm a Manchester United fan, and we were in the relegation zone for 2 games at the beginning of this season. Okay, you want to talk about bad starts and you want to talk about giving managers a chance. Look at fucking Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is currently top of the league with 1 loss That was to Manchester United, by the way, who had a bad start in their last 5. They are sitting top of the league with 15 points. Yes, Man City are crawling up their arse. Tottenham are on the same level of points. Brighton, and this is where the rumours are coming in now with the manager to go to Chelsea, are 4th on 13 points. It's a great performance and a great start from Brighton. But guess who's 5th and 6th? Manchester United and Chelsea. It ain't that fucking bad. Liverpool are 7th. Shall I continue?
Honestly, I understand that, like, we have had a bad start. We have. And let's face it, the end of last season didn't
Chelsea
go great.
Standards, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the other thing is as well, which, like, fucking, what's his name? Todd, ain't it? Fucking Bowie or whatever his fucking name is. Not Grisham. He's not a good Todd. At the moment, he's a bad Todd. Bad Todd.
Naughty Todd.
Bad Todd. He's not looking at this. He's looking at, well, Tuchel spent nearly 300 million and we've got nothing for it. But at the end of the day, as it stands at the minute, Conte's out on injury. Conte is a big contribution to our team.
Defensively.
That's it. Defensive mid for me is one. Like we talked about this before. He's a fucking strong position within a squad, and Conte is that great position, especially with fucking having Silva behind him as his backup, and it fucking works and it's perfect. But like at the moment, we got Fofana, who's not even completely 100% match fit, and that was proof on the fucking game yesterday. Like 100% fit Fofana would not have dropped back on that ball before that goal went in. He would have been in front of that 100%. There's no way you would have outpaced him. Not a chance. But that's what happened. We've just signed Aubameyang. Absolutely amazing player. There's no doubt. He's quality and he's fucking aggressive on the ball. Absolutely aggressive. But he had a fucking, what was it? They broke into his house and smashed his jaw and fucking home invasion, everything. And last night, he's not in the game. He's not in the game at all. And you could see that last night. He didn't have that attacking killer instinct. The first 10 minutes of the game, we were amazing. And then it just went to shit. And then again, Ziyech, like, he is an outstanding player. Outstanding. What he's doing for us lately is just another level. And last night, stepping up for that second free kick, James, you actually saw on the fucking feed, James looks at him and goes, dude, you're not taking this. This is mine now. The last one you hit directly into the wall, and Ziyech just fucking took it. He didn't even have the second. There was no fucking leadership on the pitch last night at all. Like, zero leadership. And then at the end of it, Tuchel turned around and went, you know what? This is all on me. It's my fault. And I think that's what put that nail in the coffin for him, because he stood there and went, it's on me. And Todd's looked at that and gone, it's your fault. You're fired. And not took in consideration the fact that Tuchel always stands there and takes, no matter what the thing is, Tuchel has always stood there and said, it's not the team, it's not the individual, it's the team, and I am the team leader, and it's on me. And for some reason, this time, Todd's gone, you know what, enough's enough. You spent 300 million of my money, and you've brought me fuck all. Get gone.
Well, it's a very strange development in the world of football. Their next game is another London derby. Arguably the big one. You know, bar Spurs.
Spurs is the biggest, but even so, West
Fulham.
London. This is West London, isn't it?
There you go. So Fulham,
West London
at home against Chelsea in the early kickoff, nonetheless, on Saturday. What's going to happen,
mate? It's literally time will tell here. Like, Graham Potter is currently the strong favourite to take this. Brighton have agreed talks as well. So if Brighton's agreed talks, you know that's pretty much a given. The other name in the hat is Zidane. Now, not being funny, I think Zidane would fit well in Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough role for Potter.
100%. I mean, look what he's done for Brighton. He's been fantastic, but he's had time at Brighton. He's had time to build them and progress those guys as a team, and he's not going to get that at Chelsea. He's literally going to be going, right, give me results, because that's what Chelsea expect.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just going to have to see what happens.
We are indeed interesting. And as I said, Man United are now on a comeback of sorts. We play Real Sociedad tomorrow because apparently we play on Thursday nights this year against Sociedad at home, and then Palace on Sunday, which will be a difficult game for sure, especially after a Europa League match in the week. So tough week for both of us, I think, Craig. But, it is what it is.
Hey, the joys of football. And apparently I'm now a fan and I have to embrace that.
Yeah, you do. And you get to talk about it weekly on Shooting the Breeze. We're now a hybrid football podcast. Daniel Cornfield, what have you got for us in the world of professional wrestling news?
Well, I'm going to give you, so as probably
I thought
everyone
that's where we
realizes,
would be going anyway.
Also, quick shout out, happy 67th birthday to the original Pinhead, Doug Bradley, today.
Nice.
Boom, straight out.
Yes.
I've literally just had a quick look on the Facebook. Yes, I use Facebook, right? Do you know who the Acclaimed are?
I do.
Yes.
You know that Max Caster likes to do a couple of bars.
He loves it.
So apparently I've got some leaked bars for what's going to drop tonight. Bear in mind, we are filming on a Wednesday. Dynamite's filmed tonight. So if this happens... Listen... We got them nervous. Like Tony hearing rants from Punk. We only go for headshots like Ace still did to that young buck. The Acclaimed, we run the game better than Sonic or on Sega. We want to bite out style like it was Kenny Omega. So that leads me quite neatly on to what's happened this week after the All Out pay-per-view. The pay-per-view itself, good pay-per-view. Worth a watch. Rob probably didn't think much of it. He liked a trios match.
I did like a trios match. It was good, that was.
No, I'm not like slagging that off. I'm just saying there's some good matches.
It was a good match. It was a good match.
I enjoyed the ladder match as well, to be fair. The casino ladder match.
The 4-way for the interim women's title match was really good as well, if you ask me. I enjoyed that. Excuse me. So, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, along with Michael Nagasawa, Pat Buck, and Brandon Cutler, have been suspended following altercations backstage after the media scrum with CM Punk's shoot about the EVPs, Hangman Adam Page and Colt Cabana. CM Punk and Ace Steel, who were on the other side of the fracas, the bullshit, if you will, are either to be suspended or fired. So, but none of them will be on TV tonight. So your world champion for AEW will not appear. Your newly crowned 6-man champion will not appear. You've got it. This one little incident has properly ruined that show. So it's going to be a very interesting viewing tonight.
And again, this is what Punk is bigger in his head than wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Punk in the ring is amazing. Let's put that out there before we even continue this conversation. Punk is quality in that ring. He is. He's fantastic. But unfortunately, Punk knows he's good in the ring and seems to think he's bigger than everything else. And this shoot, this is not a work. And if it is...
AEW like to do this, so they like to make a work a shoot thing, but I don't buy this as a shoot. This is
MJF's work shoot gimmick was good, but you knew where it was. You knew what it was. This is another level. If this turns out to be a work, you got me. Well done. Hands up. Fair play. But as far as I'm concerned, this is a shoot. This is real. And this is CM Punk thinking he is bigger than everybody else. And he's the one that matters. Nobody else does.
Tony Khan's got a lot of work to do to turn this into a work.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot of work
the look on Tony's face while Punk was doing this. Mate.
If Shawn Michaels broke through the doors into that press conference at WrestleMania 14, this is the type of shit you would have seen.
Yeah.
If WCW held media scrums back in the day this is the type of shit that you would see from Kevin Nash, from Scott Hall,
Hogan,
Jarrett, Sutherland.
Yeah.
But for the most part, because they would have done it internally as well, but for the most part, this would have been aimed at WWE.
Yeah.
Back then, they would have aimed it at the competition.
Absolutely.
As it is. But for whatever reason, AEW have got a boner for WWE. Like, people can shit on both shows or whatever. I love wrestling, whether it's WWE, AEW. I'm about the wrestling. Like, that's what I give a fuck about. And AEW care too much about WWE, despite them constantly telling us they do not care about WWE.
It's where the big boys play, remember, and don't forget wins and loss records mean something.
Power ratings, mate. Power rankings.
What a gimmick.
Yeah. Rob, what would you like to speak about?
It's my daughter's birthday Saturday, so although Chelsea are likely to lose to Fulham, my daughter turns 10 on the 10th of September. So yeah, that is incredible. You've just seen her, like, literally, I don't know, like 10 minutes ago before we started recording this, whatever. 10. She's going to be 10.
Crazy.
That's crazy shit, man. That is crazy, crazy shit.
Madison's the same age as Bella, innit? Like, Madison's birthday's in February, like, but I keep telling her to stop growing up. They don't listen. They don't listen.
Don't listen.
My oldest, Cole's just got into year 11 at school.
Jeez.
Wow.
And I'm like, motherfucker, in 12 months, you're either going to college or getting a job. I can't fathom that. I can't fathom it. And obviously, for all you people out there that know, I have 1 million kids, and my youngest now has just started reception, so that's full-time school for her, and it's just weird. Just so fucking weird. These bastard kids just keep growing up.
Craig's had more fits than Genghis Khan. Just let people know out there.
Genghis Khan ain't got shit on me.
Well, you're alive, he's not. So.
As birthdays goes, we all know we get presents on birthdays. So there was a request made yesterday by Bella for a birthday present. And kids love Roblox.
Yes.
They do. They love it. They love it. There's no denying it. Some adults love Roblox too. Yeah. Some adults, though, take it too far and become nonsense.
Yeah, my kids watch the videos. It's weird.
It is weird. Just enjoy it for what it is, man. Just try and be whatever someone has created for you to enjoy. But Robux is obviously where us parents and uncles get involved as a little treat and whatnot. So she said to me, I need 22,000 Robux to buy this thing. I won't ask for anything else. My bad. Sorry, everybody.
Roller just yawn at us. It's fine.
Roller coaster of a week, that sort of stuff. Hopefully, I covered up enough for Craig not to insert many things into my mouth as he has done previously.
I would never.
Also, it's Craig. So the editor's not Craig; it's somebody else.
That's not me.
No, it's just a random Craig. He's like, we pay for an editor, and then we ask like someone else to do the same work for no reason whatsoever. It's just madness, absolutely madness,
absolutely crazy. You saying that, right? I was asking this builder like about doing an extension, and he went, "Oh, I know a guy." And Martin turned up, and Martin was like, "Oh, I could do that for you." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, this is what I want to do." Blah blah blah. And he was like, "Yeah, cool, I can get on that." And he just fell off the roof.
Oh man!
But just right in front of me. He only just got up the ladder.
Wow.
Shit.
Dead in front of me. I didn't know how to deal with it. I'll be honest.
Well, I was at Clash at the Castle, and they shut the roof there. But moments before they shut the roof, Martin fell through the roof. So he must have fell off your roof through this roof. And then, obviously,
makes perfect sense.
It's a long way down.
I have 1 million kids. You need a lot of room.
You know what's really mental though? Like, we're having work done at the house. Like, we need new concrete out the front, and out of the blue, like, I step out the door like this morning and splat. This guy just hit the floor. So we pick it back. We wait for it to dry. Pick it back up. It looks like looks like your boy out of Star Wars. Like Han Solo frozen.
Han Solo.
Yeah, and it turned out it was Martin. But
No way.
pristine kept in concrete.
What
So
a
I'm going to
world.
keep him now.
Crazy world we live in.
So £4.99 in Cateshill, Dudley. If you are interested in coming to see the Living Museum, you are more than welcome. And it's better than the shit one down at the road. Fuck you, Black Country Museum.
What a shoot. What a shoot. Fuck you, Black Country Museum.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So, and on about crazy fucking madness, I decided to get into a few kabaddi games. Just because I didn't think it was fair that me and you, Rob, hijacked the show with football and Daniel's left out.
Just wait there a minute. Let me finish his fucking Robux story.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
This is what happens when the corpse of Martin Holland interrupts.
He just drops in there, doesn't he?
I fucking got her tonight. Like, I've got her tonight, and I was like, right, you can have an early birthday present. Why don't you get your Robux up, and I'll buy what you need. Yeah. So she brings the laptop to me, and she goes, "I need 2 of them ones, Dad. All right, to make up the 22,000." And I went, hold on a minute, that's the bottom one. That's not the one I normally buy. Obviously, the lower you go down, the more expensive it is. So then I looked over, $89.99, and you want 2 of them? I said, no, darling, I didn't realise they were that expensive. And I've got you other things. So I'm not spending 100. I made her do the math, by the way. I went, how much 2 of them then, Bab? Too much, exactly. Too much. So I brought the 50 quid one. Like, you know, I thought that was fucking reasonable. That's still expensive, but that's what you pay for a game these days, right?
Jesus.
So I just seen that as the same sort of thing, which gives her 4,500 Robux, I think it is. Surely, right? Because all you're doing with that is buying fucking accessories for your characters, a load of bollocks. These fucking game designers, I tell you, mate, the Minecrafts, the Fortnites, all of these motherfuckers that just add on stuff that you buy, they've got it fucking sus. They have, man. They're Eddie Murphy. You know that, mate. One. They're Eddie Murphy.
Disney have just released a new game as well. That's come out today. Which Marie's partaked in, because anyone that knows Marie knows that she's obsessed with Disney.
I love Princess Jasmine.
I mean, you know, why not? We have to love Ariel here, because if I don't, Marie will kill me, and not in a nice way where she just suffocates me in my sleep. She will make me know that I am getting hurt and I am dying slowly, a very painful, bloody death. So Ariel is the greatest Disney character ever created. But Disney have released this new game, and I have noticed today that they have a battle pass type thing, and you can buy add-ons, and you can buy all, and I'm like, you fuckers are clever.
They earn
fair play to
money.
you. Fair play to you.
How
he's a free
Disney
game.
Still look for new profit markets.
Yeah.
Why not? Mate, people will pay for it. People will pay for it. So, you know, can't knock them.
It's been going on for years, dude.
I can show you the world.
Do we? Show me the world.
I can show you 2 passes on Roblox that are going to cost nearly 100 and odd quid, like nearly 200 quid. Jesus Christ!
£180 on fucking like.
I couldn't believe
This is why I'm glad, like with Logan, my nephew, when he's asked me for stuff like this in the past. I said, no. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go on Steam. We will look for shit games, and I will spend money on the shit game. And he's literally like, there's one called The Unknown City, and it is probably the worst game I've ever played in my life. It's terrible. I've played like Pong, and it runs worse than Pong. And that game's like 50 odd years old at this point.
Pong's amazing.
And
I need to see your Steam library.
It's all old school FPS with a couple of things for him.
Like, have you got Age of Empires?
No.
Oh, see, that's
What a game.
disappointing.
See, I've got shit like Doom, Dusk.
No, that's quality, but Age of Empires is a must.
Each of their own. Each of their own.
It's a must.
So I'm going to look to get the Marbula 1 racing game as well. Because fuck right, I Rangers for life.
And Road Rash. Get Road Rash.
I've just got one
banger.
more quick thing while we're on the subject of Disney.
Yes.
Princess Jasmine suggested a gimmick by accident, really. You know, it just come out of nowhere. The bucket washer. There is reasons for this. There are buckets. There are buckets under a shower in a country of an Indian nature, and it absolutely baffled me. So the bucket washer, I just put that together, and I went, I'm throwing this out and shooting the breeze. That could be a gimmick. Who are we giving it to?
Who's going to be the bucket washer?
Who's going to be the bucket washer? I reckon it'd be more successful than Mantar.
I reckon it's a gimmick definitely strong for the guy who played Bastion Bugger.
Nice.
Oh, Bastion Bugger was amazing.
Or DL Hopper, actually.
Maybe we could bring
DL Hopper.
DL
Nails back for it or something.
Yeah, but the problem is, though, he's probably going to like punch us and strangle us and then
claim
accuse us for sexual assault.
Sexual assault.
And then,
What a guy.
and then we'll turn around and said he stepped on a bee or something.
This is But as we go in that route, if we're going to talk about bad gimmicks, let's work with Charles Warrington.
Oh.
As some of you out there may know him, as one half of the tag team, the Headbangers. That, Charles Warrington, is Mosh. Mosh, Mr.
A good gimmick.
Yes, the good part of his gimmick. It does not get any better after Mosh. Mosh had an incident where Thrasher decided to get injured, inconsiderate bastard. And because of this, the writers and Vince McMahon decided that what would be a good idea is let's make a character called Beaver Cleavage.
Oh, yeah.
This was a thing, ladies and germs. Like this, we had vignettes, and they were all in black and white as well, just to make it that much extra special for all of you out there. Where there would be constant sexual innuendos between one Beaver Cleavage and his mother, Mrs. Cleavage, where they'd make sexual innuendos constantly. Things like he'd complain that he didn't have enough milk for his cereal. So Mrs. Cleavage would offer him mother's milk. This was a thing.
Yeah.
This was actually a thing.
Before you ask us questions, I have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Thomas Tuchel getting sacked for this gimmick, which is worse?
At least there was tits in this gimmick.
Nice.
Yeah. The woman playing Mrs. Cleavage and Beaver himself.
It wasn't quite Stacey's mum, but it was on there. It was
Exactly. And it wasn't actually his mum. So just for all you people out there that get fucking triggered.
Yeah,
control yourself.
Like in the porn videos. Hey, step bro. It's not really the step bro.
Yeah.
What?
So next time we go in the hub, just remember that they're actors.
Oh, really?
If I remember right with this gimmick as well, when he reverted back to Mosh, didn't this woman become his girlfriend, and there apparently been accusations of abuse?
Here we go. So this, Mosh
I have
didn't
a weird
like this.
knowledge about bad gimmicks.
Charles Warrington did not like doing this gimmick.
I don't
He
blame
did
him.
not enjoy this. He didn't want to do it in the first place, and he did not want to continue it. So during a promo, he turned it into a shoot promo, and he shut the fucking shit down hard, and even told people his name was Charles. People call him Chaz, and that the person playing his mom was actually his girlfriend. He did that in a fucking vignette. Straight up told people during the segment, this ain't happening. I do not like this.
But Vince was up it.
Vince went,
Hello, Vince Russo. Your gimmick's here.
So you don't enjoy this. So what I'm going to do is bring you on to Bad Gimmicks Part 2, staying with Charles Warrington. So then Charles had to enter into the next section where his mom, or now girlfriend, came out to the ring one day with a black eye. And someone asked her ringside, how did you get that black eye? He did it. And I'm not saying Rob did it. I'm just pointing in that direction, but don't point at me. But anyway, it was insinuated that Chaz beat her, and then from there it became more and more each as the weeks went over, and it only went on for a few weeks. Wrestlers would randomly just beat him at the back. They'd just see him and just start beating him down, and this was fucking awful. Awful. It was cringy how bad this was. He was in the ring. He'd get pinned, and referees would go 1, 2, 3, get out. And that was the gimmick. That was the actual gimmick, and it was just awful to watch. And then Thrasher went, "I'm okay now. I'm no longer injured." And they went, "Oh, thank fuck!" And Thrasher came back and brought footage of her injuring herself somehow, and went, "Oh, it's not real," and she got arrested. And that's how they ended it.
0 stars.
So you would think that would be the end for Charles Warrington, and he'd go back to being Mosh. However, that did not happen for young Charles Warrington.
Part 3 of Bad Gimmicks.
Poor bastard had to continue because one Thrasher, the inconsiderate, unlucky bastard, got injured again. So Thrasher started teaming with D'Lo Brown. Now, the lowdown, D'Lo and Chaz, they had a decent little run. They were doing quite well. And Vince went, "Ooh, I've got an idea. Tiger Ali Singh could do with being with some people. So why don't we put Tiger in there?" And D'Lo and Chaz went, "All right, let's see how this can work." And Vince went, No. You're going to have to wear turbans. And not only are you all 3 of you, going to have to wear turbans, we're going to change all your names, and we're going to make them Arabic names.
Fucking hell.
So then they had to then...
I'm glad my brain got rid of this information.
They then had to run with Tiger Ali Singh, Chaz, and D'Lo as Arabic alternative ethnic minority wrestlers. And this last...
Is that the name of the group?
I haven't even written down what the name of the group. I don't even think they had a full name.
I think it was still low down. I think it was still low down.
They stayed as low down, but with the Arabic gimmick, and then they had Tiger's entrance music, and this went on for a little while.
What was their Arabic names?
I didn't even bother. I'm not even going that far. I didn't even feel like you needed it. You had told me if you want to look into this, please feel free. I felt like Charles at this point, the poor bastard, had been tortured enough and he did not need any more. But I will say to him
down.
Fair fucking play, because you ran with it. You did whatever Vince said, and you ran with it to try and make it work. Unfortunately, it did not.
First ballot, Hall of Famers.
So there you go. So Bad Gimmicks today is one person 3 times.
Fucking
bastard, man. Let's not knock low down when it was just them 2 as a straight tag team, because they were actually decent.
They were really good.
They would have been the TNA tag team champions.
Lowdown were the tag champions at one point. Yeah.
Of TNA?
No, of WWF.
I'm out.
They were good. They
were probably decent. The number 2 tag team in history in someone's mind.
What, compared to the New Age Outlaws?
Yeah.
I felt like that's where that was going as well. Yeah.
What a rib. What did you want to talk to Carson Donald Bailey about?
Carson Donald Bailey. I have watched Kabaddi. Let's get back to that. So because me and Rob hijacked the show for a little while on about football. Oh, hello, Ahmed Johnson. Hello.
Special announcement.
Hi, Ahmed. Missed you. I decided... Oh, he's back. I decided to watch a couple of Kabaddi games. And it turns out I had no fucking clue what was happening.
No.
It is the craziest, weirdest, most insane fucking game of tag I have ever seen in my life.
Is this
And I could not turn it off.
Shit?
No. That's what I was hoping.
What did you think it was, Rob?
Well, when
that
he said
parkour
it's the most...
tag.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's just parkour tag.
I was hoping it was that. No, this game,
Someone
and I
send
even
me a
watched an
goddamn
episode.
link.
I even watched an episode of this. Well, an Englishman, because there's not many of English-speaking people dealing with this, with an Englishman explaining the rules to me, because I wanted to really get into Don's head, and I shouldn't have. It's bad enough being in my own head, but Kabaddi in Don's head, he's just messed up. So, like, to give you a quick rundown, a man has to charge at 7 other men, constantly saying Kabaddi. While he's saying Kabaddi, he has to touch their bonus line and also tag the opposition. Now, if he tags the opposition, depending on how many people he tags, if he then returns to his safe zone line, he gets a point for every person he's tagged.
Yeah.
But if they grab him and down him, he does not get any points. He can also just tag the bonus line and get back to his spot, and he will get a point. It sounds simple. Check it out, people. It fucking ain't. 3 fucking games I watched. 3! I got nothing. Daniel, you made me watch Kabaddi.
Finish that Disaronno, brother.
Come on, Daniel. Tell me about Kabaddi.
Kabaddi's awesome because, like, there's 7 people on there and they're all holding hands, and someone runs at them shouting Kabaddi, 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 and there's like.
This is just what Craig said, but different.
No, but I'm giving the positive spin on it because Kabaddi's awesome. But then you forgot about like the super thing where, like, I believe if you tag
super thing.
Yeah, so basically when you tag someone, they go out. You tag someone, they go out. But I believe if you touch the bonus line and get back, you bring back one of your players. It's basically like a multi-ball system in pinball. So it's just awesome. Kabaddi's awesome. Watch Marbula 1 as well. That's a lot easier to understand. I genuinely think you'd like Marbula 1 though. But yeah.
Fine. So next week on Shorts in the Breeze, we are covering, what was that?
Marbula 1.
Marbula 1. There you
I
go.
will send you a link to it.
I will do this for you people, so you don't have to.
That's a good motto, that is, Craig. I finished Umbrella Academy.
Oh,
yeah!
Season 3 is done. I await season 4 with great anticipation. I thought it was fantastic and well worth a watch.
Dead good. It is dead good. I finally watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one, because you told us last time I should watch it. But before I could watch it, I had to watch the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre because, you have to do them together. Plus, I was watching it with Cole, and I was watching it with Cole, and he hadn't seen the original, so, why not let a 15-year-old enjoy
absolutely
classic slasher?
We watched it at like 8, 10.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Mate, it's the only way to live your life. So we watched the original first, and Cole looked at me and went, I mean, it was okay. So I take that as a good thing. That is a kid. He's only 15, ladies and germs. He's 15, and he turned around to me and he said, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was okay. I'd say that's a win.
Yeah.
That is a win in my books.
45-year-old film at this point?
Something like that. It's something like that.
Good old film.
So yeah, we watched the new one.
Come out after Halloween, surely.
It did. The new one came out after. Yeah, the original came out. The original came out after Halloween. Did it?
78.
No,
yeah.
Halloween was 78.
I think Texas wasn't far off. It might even be.
Halloween was 78. I thought Halloween was earlier. I thought Halloween was like 74.
No, 75.
78.
Dear Google.
See,
and
let's all just get on there.
1974
maybe that's it.
For Texas
74.
Chainsaw
That's it. There you go.
The Halloween
one of them was 74.
Halloween was 78 though.
So Chainsaw Massacre was first with 74. I knew one of them was 74.
Brilliant.
But yeah, so we watched the new one, and you know what? After I'd sat down and watched it properly, because I have tried to watch this a couple of times and just gone,
not for you.
not tonight, or watch it another time. I didn't hate this film.
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't the best film, and that bus scene was dead good.
Bus scene was dead good.
I love the bus scene, but for me, my favourite part for this is when he threw that fucking chainsaw across the floor, skimmed it like a stone to slice that bitch's legs. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. But the lead woman in this film, mate, if she would have got fucking run over by a fucking tortoise, I would have been happy. The irritating fucking twat. I did not like her. There was no point where I felt sorry for her getting her head chopped off at the end of that film. I laughed, and I don't give a fuck. Fuck spoilers. I laughed. I enjoyed it.
No,
I
we're just
even
saying
applauded
it because you've said it, so it's great. We don't care for spoilers either.
The end of the new Texas
Reginald
Chainsaw
Hardgreaves
Massacre.
an alien.
The end of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one, it's the same as the fucking original, but she fucks off in a fucking electric car. There you go.
It's a shit recall.
That's what I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel?
Tell you what, I've been watching a Netflix series actually called Midnight Mass, which, if you've not caught, is actually really good. It is horror, but it doesn't start out like a horror. I'll give you the basic synopsis, but without spoilers, because I actually think it's really good. It's only 7 episodes, about an hour an episode. Try it out.
I'll watch that tonight, all of it.
Good man. So, a old priest who lives on an island of maybe 40 people. His dying wish is to go to the Holy Lands. So he's sent to the Holy Lands. Something happens in the Holy Lands. This 80-year-old bloke comes back for 50 years younger. And he starts performing miracles at the communion.
Jesus.
But there's he's not Jesus. He's not even
Moses.
No, it's not. He doesn't do a Moses.
Oh, naughty! I love that reference. Sorry,
but something or someone has come back with him that's helping him do this, and there is an ulterior motive.
What was that called?
Midnight Mass.
I am watching that later.
Genuinely, it's really good. 7 episodes, and it's, I believe, the director is the guy who did the Netflix adaptations of Stephen King's Gerald's Game.
Awesome. I'm all about that.
So
that's it. I like that film. It's a good film.
Right.
That's a really good fucking film. So
one more before we get to the main event.
Oh.
I've started watching I Am a Killer on Netflix.
Yes.
If any of you've seen any of that, or if you haven't, definitely check it out. It's conversations, people on death row, and it's so fucking good. Like, this sounds twisted, but I've always loved the idea of stepping into the mind of people that do the things that they do like this. And this is a great way of seeing it. And the very first episode of the first series, you step into this one, and this guy had basically gone into a jewelry store, and he held it up, he'd killed a guy, tried to get away with the jewels, blah, blah, blah. But the underlining with this is that guy is claiming it was self-defense, that the person that he killed came at him. Everyone else is saying he's not the kind of person that would do that. He didn't do that. So he's on death row claiming it was self-defense. People watch it. It's so good. Like, it gets better and better as the episodes go on as well. Definitely. I Am a Killer. Yeah. It's on Netflix, ladies and germs. So unless you people have anything else that you want to add to I got one more. Sorry. Got one more before we continue to the main event. Braun Strowman's back on Raw. Braun Strowman came back. And more importantly, because that was good, but whatever. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched Raw, Miz versus Bobby Lashley in a cage match for the US title was dead good, but Dexter Lumis turned up again, and oh my fucking God, it was his greatest moment ever. Like, it was brilliant. I do not want to spoil Dexter's entrance into this match for anyone that wants to watch it, but you need to watch it.
Yeah.
That fucking death stare that Dexter has is so fucking good. And
He's so
this
good at the
moment in
character.
this cage, it's
such
almost wanky material. It's that good. And it's The Miz, people. Come on.
Yeah. He's a really good character, Dexter Loomis. I
Yeah,
liked his
really
NXT
good.
run. I liked his NXT run. Did you see what he did at NXT recently?
When he left the note.
And he came back for his kayfabe wife just to say goodbye. And I was like, I followed that story.
Good.
I followed that story of them getting together and doing the wedding and everything. I thought that was like sincerely really nice. And then
you know what?
He got fired in real life, and then he came back basically to, and I was like, that's such like a nice way. Just put like a bow in it for now. But it's like, if Indy ever gets called up, it's like, do it. I like that sort of shit in wrestling,
mate. The initial thing with that, with Johnny Gargano and that, I was like, oh, where's this going? This is a bit shitty. And then I got drawn in like I was watching EastEnders. It was such a fucking soap opera moment. And I'm like, reference. Why do I like this? I should not enjoy this. And it was so fucking good. Dex Loomis is amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, people, Robert, do you have anything else for us?
No, I'm literally watching Braun Strowman's come back as we speak. I'm literally watching it going, this is pretty good, actually.
Does his tag team partner come back as well, Nicholas?
Nicholas does not make an appearance.
Strong,
Braun Strowman.
I heard that Braun Strowman does have a little trick, though.
He falls over. It's fucking, you know, when he does that fucking, where he's run around the ring.
Yeah.
So he charges at Gable. And Gable goes, no, fuck you. And Gable jumps up on the bottom rope.
Yeah.
And to avoid falls.
Him. I've just seen it. It was hilarious. Oh,
it was fucking class.
Body slam on the floor just for bands.
Yeah. He made up for it.
Time for that time.
Let's hit that main event. And if we're hitting that main event, Don,
yes,
hit that music.
It's now time for Testing Rainman with your host, the Bastard, Craig Challoner.
That's all.
Good man. Ladies and germs, we are at the main event. We are at Testing Rainman. This week's edition of Testing Rainman is a manager edition.
Ooh.
So here we go. Let's have some fun. So, question number 1. Who was Hulk Hogan's manager when he first got to Vince Senior's WWF or WWF?
Freddie Blassie.
Oh, yeah!
Nice, easy one to get us warmed up. So, Freddie Blassie was most known as a manager for managing the Sheik and Volkov. Everyone knows that tag team.
Sheik, baby.
But who...
make you humble.
Humble that bitch. Who did Blassie sell half of the contract for that team to? Yeah, start them easy, move them on. So, Freddie Blassie managed Sheik and Volkov. For any of you out there that loves the old school, they were a great tag team. Fucking amazing tag team. Definitely go back on the network and check them out. Who did he sell half of that contract to?
Put me down for a Heenan. I'm going to say a Bobby Heenan. I'm trying to think of managers at that time. It might be
I got this wrong.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on this, but I'm going to put me down for a Bobby Heenan.
Like, it's really difficult, and it feels like it'd be someone dead random, like not one of the big managers. So, like, Heenan, obviously, you go heel manager, the brain, makes perfect sense. But why? To my knowledge, never had any involvement with those two. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you go, who's next? You go Jimmy Hart. Again, similar sort of thing. You go Slick. Why would it be Slick? But Slick's probably more of a chance than Bobby the Brain Heenan at this point. It could be someone as stupid as like Jesse the Body Ventura, who wants to like go after Hogan for some unknown reason other than the fact that he hates him. But it will be someone unheard of and dead random. I feel like I don't think it's going to be someone like well known, and one of the surprises it might be Captain Lou Albano. So why not? Why not? It could be anybody. Maybe it's like Sheik Senior. I'm going to go with that.
Ooh, that's a nice throw out.
So this is Cheeky Daddy, not Cheeky Baby.
Cheeky Daddy,
Cheeky Daddy,
Baby. Yeah.
So back in the day, well, around this
the original Sheik, right?
There was like a little group of managers, if you will, and consisted of Blassie, Lou Albano, Bobby Heenan, and the person that brought the contract, and that was Slick.
Damn it.
Sorry, my bad.
Take that, Liam's furniture.
So that's irritating, isn't it?
That's good. I feel we need a rage pillar for Rob.
So as I said, it's Slick.
I feel like Rob needs punch bag next to him during these. How annoying is that?
This is the Rainman rage that no one knows of.
Absolutely dead angry with that, I am.
See, people out there, we see this in Rob often. He's not a nice little RC chaos that you think. He beats us. Anyway.
Head of the table.
Help.
Bad gimmick.
Touch
your hair if it's real.
Anyway. So question number 3. Whose contract did Slick sell to Bobby Heenan for a pile of cash? And that was the exact amount that Bobby paid for this person. A pile of cash. Disarano.
The Barbarian.
I can't see it being Andre. Barbarian's a really good shout. The only other one's like the Warlord.
Is it?
You're making Rayman question himself, Craig.
I'm just saying, like, at the start of this, I did point out after the first question that there was a little trio, a little group of managers that held everybody, pretty much. So bear that in mind. If you was a heel, you pretty much was managed by one of those 4 men.
God, fuck, so difficult. So difficult.
It's good, this is. It's good.
Hold on. Rick Rude.
Is that what we're going with? Okay. So, Slick sold a contract after taking over Freddie Blassie's stable. So, Slick took all of Freddie Blassie's stable. He wanted to trim down the amount of people he had. So he went to Bobby Heenan, and Bobby Heenan offered him, in Bobby's words, a pile of cash for Hercules. So yes, Barbarian was such a good shout. Such a good shout.
And then I went Warlord.
Yeah.
And then again.
It was same way.
Same error. And then when you said any heel in the business, I was like, Rick Rude, why not? This is hard. Well done. Well done, sir.
I think he was WCW at that point. Rick Rude. I think he was. Might be a bit.
All right, no one cares.
All right.
So, here's a good one for you. What manager held the women's title in 2000 after winning a Lumberjill Snow Bunny match?
Trish Stratus.
He could be right, you know.
I've got one other person I think it might be.
Can you repeat the question for me, please?
Of course. What manager held the women's title in 2000 after winning a Lumberjill Snow Bunny match?
That can't have been her first women's championship, surely.
Who's your second guest, Don?
Jacqueline. Miss Jackie. But I'm going to go with Trish Stratus.
I'm going to go with Ivory.
Solid shout.
So in 2000, the Lumberjill Snow Bunny match was won by Harvey Whippleman, disguised as Hervina, and he became the first male, Rob's face, the first male to ever win the women's title. He then lost it the very next night to Miss Jackie. So he also holds the record for the shortest title reign of that title.
Would you like the pillow now?
What a fucking rid this is.
Would you like the pillow now?
Rid.
Okay.
I think Giant Gonzalez is class.
Yeah, we got that on record now. That's been.
He said it now.
It's been turned into like a Louis Theroux song, that is. My money don't jiggle. It folds.
Giant Gonzalez, he's so balls. Anyway, right. So the next one. Who was the first person under Bobby Heenan to win a singles title? Who was the first person under Bobby Heenan to win a singles title?
Okay, now you know. I don't know why.
I think I've got my answer, but I'm gonna let you go first.
See, for some reason, I went, surely it can't have been that long. Like, my head's gone, Ric Flair. That's what my head's done. My head's gone. Royal Rumble 92. It's gone straight to Ric Flair winning the Rumble in 92. But Eden's been a manager for so many years at that point. In fact, he was settling down more as a commentator than a manager.
Let me just clarify. This is purely WWE related.
Okay, that's
as well.
fine.
Let's just, yeah.
I think I know who I'm going to pick. Well, I've jumped in on the last couple of questions first.
I'm trying to think of Intercontinental champions. Because WWF champions, realistically, Hogan was champion for a lot of the time during that era.
There was transitionals from Hogan to Hogan at that point, basically.
There was obviously the $1 Million Man gimmick. Randy
Which
Savage.
wasn't a title thing, really, was it? It didn't happen, technically.
And Heenan wasn't his manager.
No.
Then it went to Savage, back to Hogan. Carries on. This could be Rick Rude. I am going to go Rick Rude on this one.
Put me down for Mr. Perfect.
Okay. So there was a constant thing with Bobby Heenan. Part of the backstage, part of the commentary. It became a running thing, and the WWF at the time ran with it because it amused Vince, I think, more than anything, where Bobby Heenan had never managed a champion. Yeah, we all know Bobby Heenan has been a manager and Andre and everything else. It turns out that the first person that ever won a singles title was actually at WrestleMania 5 against the Ultimate Warrior. It was Rick Rude.
Yes!
Oh, yeah!
You motherfuckers!
Oh, my God, the look of happiness on Rob's face.
You know what? I was starting to doubt myself. I was starting to sit here and think, did he actually manage fucking Rick Rude, or have I made that up? We've just covered WrestleMania 5 recently. Yeah, for a fan request, and I'm sitting here questioning myself.
Didn't he manage Mr. Perfect during an IC run?
He did. but that was after.
After. I knew at some point he was the manager of Mr. Perfect.
You know what? For me, as far as I was concerned, Bobby Heenan always managed champions.
Yeah.
But he didn't. The whole Andre thing, or the whole time for Andre was never a champion under Bobby in that reign and stuff.
He was undefeated until Hogan, but never a champion.
Exactly.
Love to be.
So yeah, that was. I thought that would be a good one. That was a stat that I saw, and I was like, I need to use that at some point. And that stat right there was the reason this became this week's testing Rainman.
Is that all the questions?
Nope.
I was going to say.
We're on question 6 now.
Oh.
So this is the last one because we don't do 5, we don't do 10, and we definitely don't do 7.
We do bonus questions now and again. I like them.
Every so often, yeah. We haven't got one tonight, other than would you? So,
yes.
William Moody, or Percy Pringle, as you may know him, Mr. Paul Bearer, one of the greatest managers of all time, and without a doubt, the greatest story ever told in wrestling. Paul Bearer was part of that with Undertaker and Kane. So, Mr. Mooney's final appearance within the WWE, he was kidnapped by Randy Orton, and while tied to a wheelchair, he was rolled into a freezer room. Kane eventually came to his rescue and took him out of the freezer. However, Kane looked at Paul Bearer, leaned in, said some words, and pushed Paul Bearer back into the freezer. What did Kane say to Paul Bearer before he locked him back in that freezer?
You're not my dad, you big ginger prick.
This one got added because this for me is one of those moments in wrestling that stood out, and I don't know why. This just I knew that this is something that stood out for me. When this story happened, I just remembered all of this, and this is one of those things. I don't know why.
I mean,
you said May 23rd. You said May 23rd. It's fucking seeing no evil.
May 19th. May 19th.
May 19th. Close.
That was the bonus question.
That was the bonus question. You're welcome. Say No Evil 1 is better than Say No Evil 2.
100%.
Yeah.
Although Catherine Isabel's in number 2, and hell yes. Ginger snaps.
I think it's along the lines of I can't progress without you. You know what I'm going for, but I
can't go forward without you kind of stuff.
Yeah. But I also think it was sort of like you always preferred Taker over me, or something like that. And yeah, I couldn't tell you the exact words. Maybe he even said "rest in peace." I can't.
You look so pissed off.
Because it's like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, right.
Other than go die, you fat ginger prick.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, but it's not right, is it?
No,
exactly.
No. And that's why you're so pissed off.
Because it's hard. It's hard. There's just no need for it, really.
I know. I'll tell you what he said. George killed the dinosaurs, the Ice Age, and then pushed him in. He'd been watching Batman and Robin.
You know what? I like that.
Say hello to Mr. Freeze for me.
You know what? I'll take all them answers. But do you want to know what he actually said?
No, not really.
And
I love you. Goodbye.
I don't know why this this is one of the random moments that just stood out, and I just remembered this.
Was fucking great.
Kane leans in to Paul Bearer and he goes, "I am saving you." And then as he shuts the door, he looks through the glass and he says, "From me." And that is the last time you ever see Paul Bearer on WWE TV.
Oh, okay.
That is the greatest goodbye to a character in wrestling that has ever happened. And it was perfect.
You got buried in cement before as well.
Yeah, but this right
He's had
now,
no luck, has he?
this right now for me was that moment where you find Paul Bearer got to go away and he got to enjoy his retirement to a degree because he did turn up in TNA. But
when he was in cryogenic throw, when he was into cryogenics,
Jason X.
Ain't that the best way to enjoy your retirement?
Until you come back a couple of 100 years later with John Spartan as Demolition Man.
I want to be cryogenically frozen, wake up one day and someone goes, seashells.
Did I win?
Nobody ever explaining.
Get three.
Yeah, you won with one. Well done.
Oh, I'm fucking happy with that, man. I'll tell you what, I'm fucking happy with that.
I thought it was a
No,
draw.
no, you did draw because Don got one as well, didn't he?
Did I?
Yeah, I got the first one.
He got the first one. Oh, actually, no, I don't know. Wait, let me just scroll up. Hold on.
The first one, Hercules.
It's 2-1. No, because you both got Freddie Blassie.
Yeah.
At the start.
So it's 2-1, mate.
1, Rob 1, 2-1.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I did put Don on there instead of you and Don. But yeah, you did get that as well.
Motherfucker.
Hey, easy.
You know what? You go sit in a freezer with fucking Barry, you cunt. Fucking hell. See you next week.
So how did you feel about the managers one?
So good.
That was
so
good.
hard. Like Slick really pissed me off. Like Slick
we could see that you paused the fucking record.
Pissed me off. Really pissed me off. The fact that like I listed heel managers and he was the third name out of my mouth really pissed me off.
It's good that was. There was like them two stats literally gave me the entire quiz and I was like, I need to do something with this.
I love it.
And I'm going to run from these two. And that's where I went with.
Hopefully you also love playing along and if you beat me, why don't you put it in the comments, you pussy, and maybe we'll have a challenge one day.
We need guests coming in for this. That'd be awesome.
Bring it, motherfuckers.
Talking Shop season 3.
Can you beat Rainman on the 6, not 7, 6 questions?
The answer's no, motherfuckers. I've been Rob Campbell.
I have been your bastard, Craig Challoner.
No, I've been fucking Rob Daniel Cornfield.
In a very slick way, if you will.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.